going on? So I'm gonna take you guys with me today, man. Y'all see I got the battle gear with me on the stroll. But we're gonna talk about watches today. And the advantages, you've seen the title. What advantages are there to collecting watches? Let alone collecting Invicta watches. Well, we're gonna get into that. And thanks to my man AD, we get to participate and listen to this musical selection. Hit that. What's up, family? Welcome all newcomers, man. You just made it to the lifestyle, man. If you're new here, man, thanks for coming in and visiting with your boy Trap Vision 3D. You can view me as the host of the show, or if you've been here for a while, man, it's your favorite nephew. You already know what it is. All right. So today, y'all, today, I have the pleasure of talking about something that I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. Just hadn't figured out how I want to approach it, but after talking to one of my mentors, my big brother, man, one of the two people that really inspired me to do this video today, Tony Woe. He is the creator of Growing Folks Music. And none other than my man, Mr. Hargraves, founder of Invicta Vets. Yes. You can find both of those cats down in the description, man. I would recommend you guys go over there. You can find Tony on TonyWoe.com. You can find Mr. Hargraves on Facebook, man. He is doing some great stuff, man. Now, let me say this and get this out the way. I've been on YouTube since 2018, all right? And since then, I've seen a number of videos. I've seen articles. I've seen a lot of things that could make or break a collector. A watch collector, especially a collector of Invicta watches. All right, so without going too far into it, there are rules that were made up about watch collecting. All right, speaking of watches of today is my battle piece, right? One of my most notable pieces in my collection, and it's my Pro Diver with the Army seal on the back. All right, with the United States seal on the back of it. This is my Army piece. Cherished possession. Shout out to my man Ryan Johnson. Appreciate you, bro. When he let me know this was coming, man, I was so hyped. But anyway, and that's just one of the advantages. See, that's one of the advantages of collecting watches. But I do want to say this. In my time on YouTube, I have seen some very negative comments. I've seen some great comments. I've seen some indifferent type things, man. But one of the things that's hardly ever, and I want you to look at it from this perspective. One of the advantages of collecting watches, for those that like to collect Rolexes or watches that you could resell, of course, it's a money making, it's an investment. If you didn't know that, yes, watches are an investment. It just depends on who you are, what your lifestyle is. Some people just don't care about that, man. And I want you to just, let me bend your ear for a second. I'm coming from a direction of, for those that don't know, I was in the military, retired, all right? And that's one of the reasons why I got this watch, because there's a lot tied up in this watch. So much tied up in this watch. My military career, those veterans that I've talked to, the stories that I've heard, the accomplishments, some of the failures, the grief, the anguish. There's a lot tied up in my perspective, like how I view the military, the Army, our fighting force. I know a lot of people get patriotic, some people don't care, some people get angry with it, but overall, from my standpoint, I can't speak for anybody else, the military means a lot to me because it defined a lot of my life. It helped me with my family, it helped me with me becoming a man and things of that nature. So when I look down at this timepiece, I see a lot. I see a lot right here, man. This is a lot tied up into that. Family members that's no longer here that really inspired me to push and go forward. Being this is a homage watch, pretty much, because it's the Pro Diver. I'm not really concerned about, what other watch it looks like. I know what it is on my wrist. So I have the advantage of having somebody that was in the watch community that presents watches that let me know that this watch was coming out, right? Small advantage, big for me, man. It made a big impact on my life. Which brings me to 3 pieces I have with me. One that I'll probably get killed for even messing with, and this is my wife. I snuck her her Boat Zeus, but it's the graffiti. And if you see, Beads by Gonzo, right? That watch, plus that one right here, which is mine, 52 millimeter, and this one right here. What's the advantages of having those watches? Tell you, from the first time I saw this watch, I said, you know, I really gotta have that because of the color scheme and stuff like that. Most recently, if you are on YouTube, Bulldog ran a video with me presenting this watch, and it was a great gesture. It was on my birthday, man. But what this watch holds for me, if you see the cabling in there, that cabling represents strength of this watch, man. But it always reminds me of the family that I have. You know how strong it is. Of course, the graffiti reminds me of home, coming up as a youngster. But this watch led me into having and building something with my family, as well as this one right here. This was the very first Boat Zeus that I got. Now, this would not be appealing to your average watch collector because they feel like this watch, but it really don't matter what they feel. I'm telling you the advantages of collecting the watches that you like, because let's face it, man, when you buy a watch, if you are attracted to that watch, it's for whatever reason. You know, that feel good, man. It reminds you of something. My son wants this watch. He wants this watch, and for all the watches I have, he just taking a liking to this one for whatever reason. You know, he really likes this, but that right there, just say, hey, you know what? Of course he's going to inherit this watch. And that's something I look forward to him, because that's something that my son holds, like he loves about me collecting watches. And I like that. Does me good, you know what I'm saying? But this right here, and the fact that my wife has one, that builds our relationship, you know? So like now me and my wife have something in common. She wasn't a watch collector, man, but now she collects watches probably even tougher than me at this point. And I have no problem with that. We get to joke and laugh and stuff like that, man, but it's just a great relationship. Facebook. Collecting Invicta watches, or watches in general, will wind you up in one group or another. Because I've seen people with the Casio group. You know, I've seen people that love, that's all they do. That's all they wear is Casio. Seiko, I see those guys and gals. That's all. Aragon, that's all they do. And they have dialogue back and forth, man. An advantage, being a part of a group. Do you know one of the largest Facebook groups right now is Invictaholics? Mike and Courtney over there are killing it, man. But you know the thing about it is, if you don't know who they are, you can get an opportunity to meet them, or at least talk to them. And they down-to-earth people, man. You know what I'm saying? So we built a relationship. And from there, you have groups like Invicta 757, where collectors get to come on and show their stuff. You know, just like Invictaholics, you get to come on and show the watches of the day. Talk about what you like. Dude, like if you like cigars, or gym shoes, it don't matter. These things, you can combine these things with cigars, you can combine it with shoes, shirts, and then you got flossing. One of the newest groups, man, he got like 167 members over there. My man Tony White, man of the peace sign, and the fresh shoes. But it's not all really about this, man. If you took this away, the biggest thing at the end of the day, you got people. You got people. At the end of the day, you got people, man, and we all have a common interest. All of us, one way or another. Now, of course, that doesn't come without its disadvantages, because you have people, there are a host of people on Facebook that disagree with the whole big watch phase. There's a whole bunch of people disagree with, you know, the Invicta brand, the Aragon brand. Anything over 46 millimeters is considered out the door or a thing of the past, which, like collecting watches, one of the advantages, man, it's an esteem builder, man. It builds people up. Did you know that in June is PTSD month? It's PTSD awareness month. I completed 25 push-ups for 25 days. It spilled over until July, but I completed that just to bring awareness and just like I want to have fun, because guess what? I suffer from PTSD. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's no fun. Medication and all. It's no fun being that. But you know what? I do not deny or regret my military experience. I do not deny or regret any of that. My time there was what it was. And I stand on that. I stand firm on that. But guess what? I can build up just by a watch. Speaking of which, before I go, does this look familiar to people? If you don't know what this watch is, this is what I actually started this whole show with. This coalition force right here. This has been like the watch that started everything. Has its own little fingerprint. Yes, they've made multiple watches in this form, but it has an abalone shell, which is just like a fingerprint. So there's not another person on this planet that has this particular abalone shell, because it's different. And what does that mean? Well, my interest in art gravitated towards that, which other people gravitated to that, because there are multiple people with those watches, so we agree on something. We may have different lifestyles here and there, but we agree on something. I will say this: COVID has wreaked havoc on our society. It has done a number, and it's still doing a number. We have lost a lot of people worldwide, and there has been a lot of objections. There have been a lot of bumps in the road, but the one thing I can say, not making light of any situation, I could stand on the fact that I have something in common with a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all. We have something in common, and that we can build on. Regardless of what the rules of watch collecting have been established, that right there, to me, is out the window. It don't matter what Mr. Tom Ford says. It doesn't matter what the Gentleman Gazette says. It doesn't matter what the multiple YouTubers say what watch collecting should be. I know what I see. I see a group of people that are loving, understanding, caring. They're human. They get angry just like me. They get disappointed just like me. But at the end of the day, we all agree, and we can all band together as a family. I don't say hashtag family for no reason. Those are not empty words. And I understand that everybody is not going to agree with that. I can't argue that. I just know that there are advantages in this thing that sometimes we can overlook. So family, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna jump out of here because I'm hot. I just got through with my workout, which I got like, I don't know, a gazillion miles in. My legs are cramping. I need to go take a shower and take a nap and get ready for tonight's shows, you know what I'm saying? So appreciate you guys. I would love for you guys to leave in a comment below what advantages that you see from your perspective as far as watch collecting is concerned. Let me know. Go ahead. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and click down there. You can see which way, right here? Right here. All right, because there's more space right here. So that subscribe button that just dropped right there, go ahead, click on that, or at least click on the subscription button. Let me know in the comments how you feel about it, man. And we're going to keep on this. We're going to keep talking about this, family. You know what I'm saying? This isn't a one and done. This episode will continue to the next. Until the next lightning strike, family, you guys be blessed.